It was a quiet autumn afternoon when the Johnson family heard frantic barking from their backyard. Rushing outside, they saw their neighbor's large dog circling something small and trembling in the grass. As they got closer, they realized it was a tiny hedgehog, curled up tightly, terrified but defenseless. "Charlie, get the dog away," Mrs. Johnson called to her son. Charlie clapped loudly, distracting the dog long enough for Mr. Johnson to gently pick up the little creature using his gardening gloves. The hedgehog was trembling, its tiny spines raised in fear. "We can't leave it here," Mrs. Johnson said. "Let's take it inside and check for injuries." Once inside, they carefully placed the hedgehog in a soft towel-lined box. It had a few scratches, but nothing serious. The family decided to keep and care for it until it was strong enough to return to the wild. Over the next few weeks, the hedgehog, which they named Pip, became part of the family. At first, it was shy and would curl up whenever someone approached. But gradually, Pip grew comfortable. It enjoyed its meals of cat food and mealworms, and even started exploring the living room at night. One evening, as Pip scurried around, Charlie laughed. "He's not afraid anymore. Look at him go." But the time came when Pip was strong enough to return to the wild. The family took him to a nearby forested park, a safe place for hedgehogs. Setting the box down, they waited. Pip hesitated, sniffing the fresh autumn air. Then, with a final glance at his human rescuers, he waddled off into the bushes. As they walked home, Charlie sighed. "I'll miss him." Mrs. Johnson smiled, squeezing his hand. "He'll be safe now, thanks to us." And somewhere in the rustling leaves, Pip was free again, thanks to the kindness of a family who gave him a second chance.